Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into a really classic story, one that uncovers a huge life lesson about influence and, what it really means to be powerful. All right, so let's set the stage. We've got this epic showdown, right? It's brute force versus gentle persuasion. In one corner, you've got the wind, and in the other, the sun. It's this age-old debate between two incredible forces, and I'll bet the winner isn't who you think it's going to be. Okay, so our story kicks off way up in the sky. The sun and the wind, they're always bickering about who's stronger. And one day, they're just like, all right, that's it. Let's settle this once and for all. Let's have a contest. So they look down, and who do they see? This traveler, a guy named Jagat, walking down a road. And he is the perfect target for their little test. Why? Because this guy has a reputation for being super stubborn. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy win for either of them. And that's what makes this so good, right? It's all about his reputation. Everybody knows Jagat doesn't back down. So whoever can actually win this challenge, well, they've got to be the truly powerful one.
All right, so who's up first? It's the wind. And he's totally sure of himself. He's thinking, yeah, my raw power, this'll be a piece of cake.
So the wind just lets loose. He blows with everything he's got. We're talking a full-on howling gale, just this fierce, angry blast trying to literally rip that coat right off Jagat's back. And this really shows you the wind's whole game plan, doesn't it? It's just pure, loud, overwhelming force. There is absolutely zero subtlety. He's just trying to bully his way to a win. But look what happens. It totally backfires. The harder the wind blows, the tighter Jagat holds onto his coat. The force actually has the opposite effect. He's just digging in his heels, holding on for dear life.
So, what's the result? All that huffing and puffing, all that aggression, it led to absolutely nothing. Total failure. The wind is exhausted, defeated, and he just has to give up.
Okay, so the wind failed. Now it's the sun's turn. And the sun is going to try something completely different. A much quieter, gentler strategy. So instead of a big, loud attack, what does the sun do? It just shines. It sends down these warm, gentle rays, bathing Jagat in this nice, comfortable heat. No drama, just warmth. And you see, this is where it gets smart. The sun's quiet influence starts to change everything. That coat that was a shield against the wind, now under this gentle heat, it's starting to feel, well, hot. It's becoming a burden. And bingo, there it is. Jagat feels so warm that he takes the coat off himself. He just hangs it on a tree. And that's the key, right? The sun didn't force him. It just created a situation where taking the coat off was Jagat's own idea. He wanted to do it. And this brings us right to the big lesson of the whole story, doesn't it? Kindness and persuasion, they are often way more effective than force and aggression. The strongest approach isn't always the loudest one. So let's unpack this. What does this simple story really teach us about power in our own lives? Well, it's all about this incredible skill we call persuasion. Yeah, this idea of persuasion as power. And it's not some kind of magic trick. It's a real learnable skill. It's the ability to influence people and situations in a positive way, just like the sun did, without having to resort to force. So how do you get this kind of power? Well, it really boils down to three things. Number one, effective communication. Number two is empathy. That's really about trying to see things from the other person's point of view. And number 3, building rapport, which is just about creating trust. The sun did all 3. It showed empathy by making Jagat comfortable, not attacking him, and it made its request feel like a good idea for him. Okay, so let's make this practical. How does this apply to your life? I've got a few quick questions to get you thinking about this in the real world. Okay, first one. You find some broken glass on a path. What's actually going to help? Yelling at the glass or just gently sweeping it up? It's kind of obvious, right? One way is loud and achieves nothing, the other is quiet and actually solves the problem. All right, next one. Your friend is thirsty. What's more useful, offering them the entire ocean or just a single glass of water? See, offering the ocean is like the wind's big, blustery attack. It's way too much, it's not helpful. That single glass of water, that's focused, it's kind, and it's what they actually need. And how about this? You need to get down a really, really narrow road. Are you going to take a huge car or a small bicycle? It's all about picking the right tool, isn't it? Sometimes more power, like a bigger car, is actually the wrong choice. You need that smaller, more agile approach to get where you're going. So this is really the big question I want to leave you with. Think about your own week with your family, your friends, maybe at work. Where's one small place you could try being a little more like the sun and a little less like the wind? How can you use a bit of gentle warmth to make a positive change instead of just trying to force it?